Right guys, back in my kitchen. The only reason I ever come back into the kitchen is just because it's got better light and it's a nice cosy place to sit when I can have a wee cup of tea. Right, so obviously the guys that watch my vlogs will probably know me to some extent, know that I've had my last fight by now, and they'll probably know the result. And obviously we won. Yay. And if you're wondering again, still following up the previous vlogs there, the fight vlog will be up, the full episode of the full night, everything that happened backstage, everything that happened getting into the fight, all that kind of stuff, that'll all be up. So after this vlog will be made in the next few days, next week or something like that. Full episode, as I said, it will be ready. So again, hopefully you're really looking forward to that. So in the fight, we won via third round knockout. Which was a great result. The result wouldn't have been what it was without the help of quite a few people. So the guys that I would all like to thank, all the guys at SK Boxing Promotions, all my sparring partners, all those guys were absolutely invaluable by the end of it. There was a good camaraderie by the end of that camp. Got to know a lot of people, it felt a lot more personal backstage, and I felt a lot more welcomed backstage because a lot of the newer guys didn't really know me getting into the fight in February. So it was really good to go and enjoy all that with them. So I'd like to thank all the guys at SK, both backstage, the guys that run it, and all my sparring partners, because without you guys I wouldn't have been ready and I wouldn't have probably got the result that I did get. I'd also like to thank young Xander. Obviously Xander probably wants to thank me in some way, maybe he doesn't, I don't know, but he just kind of lit that wee fire in my belly, to be honest with you, and it was starting to train him for this fight before I really committed to this one. I don't know, I really saw it as a passing of the torch, and it really gave me another focus bar myself to really hone in on, to really focus on and help getting him ready, help getting his mind ready more than anything else, and helping to get him with the result. And as a coach, to thank him for actually listening and taking on board your advice. Aye, just absolutely spot on. My actual opponent, the guy that I fought, there's a lot of time on shows and stuff like that where you can end up fighting people and they just kind of turn up, you know. They can just turn up and they feel like a wee bit rough and they go, nah, I don't want this, and they can easily just quit. And obviously I've still got the repercussions. Yeah, a black eye almost 2 weeks later. He came, he fought, and I'd like to thank him for actually coming and having a go. He caught me with a few wee bangers, nothing I couldn't handle, of course. That's why you get the name Tank, you know. But no, I was really grateful for the fact he came and he had a good go at that. So it made it excellent for all the guys that came for me and came for Xander and came to the event. To actually see the main event was something worth watching. So again, big thanks to him. And one guy I really want to thank as well in particular is Matthew. Matthew has not even been to my 2 fights, and trust me, that's not through his lack of attempt to come to my fights. Obviously the guys that watch the vlogs know that Matthew's in the Marines and he gets called away from time to time on special things and all that sorts. But in the run up to both fights, Matthew has been absolutely invaluable. He came up at this point in this camp where I would say he didn't know this, but I really needed him. I wasn't getting much in terms of sparring by that point. I was starting to get a wee bit panicked about it. A lot of the guys weren't obviously committing or was wanting to have a spar as much as what I was. But Matthew came up, he timed whatever holidays or leave he'd had at the time. He just made the camp a success. I would really put the sparring and how I was starting to get sharp on, how I really came on at the right time, at the right point in camp. I really feel like without Matthew that wouldn't have been possible. I really, truly, hand on heart believe that. He came at a point where I absolutely needed him, and Matthew, I know you watch the vlogs and that, but mate, I can't thank you enough. I really can't thank you enough. He was always like willing to run you in, he was always willing to run you back, he was just flexible, done the runs with me and Xander. He was just an absolute treasure, and he's a true friend, a really definition of a true friend, where he was there when you needed him. And last but certainly not least, a big thanks to Scott. Obviously in the course of this whole fight, this whole camp, Scott's been my coach. He's took me every single Monday on the pads. He's listened to my whinging and moaning, and I was whinging and moaning about some things where we'll cover that in a wee second. But he's been absolutely phenomenal. He's really pushed me Every time I thought I couldn't get fitter, I did. He put on a spectacular event. For the guys that don't know, it's Scott that runs the SK Boxing Promotions events as well, and he's been absolutely brilliant. Me and Xander, and obviously the last video, Xander thanked Scott, and again Scott, if you're watching this, mate, a massive thanks. And to all the guys that really want to have a go to get a good coach and all that, I can't recommend Scott enough. And if people that know me know that I don't recommend a lot of people based on numerous factors, but guys, Scott's a guy that I'm always going to recommend to anyone. So, as soon as I finished the fight, numerous people I know very well, and people all around that show that I didn't know, they all came and speak to me and saying, some of them were asking if I was going pro, some of them were asking what's next, and other ones who knew, who had said this was my last fight, were saying to me, that can't be your last fight, you've got so much more to give. And I'm sorry to disappoint everybody, or a lot of those folk, but I am 100% done. And a lot of folk are a wee bit confused why I'm 100% done and why I need to be done with boxing. So recently everybody kind of saw, or maybe saw on Facebook today with Michael Bisping, where he literally took his eye out.
I mean, get a load of this. Check this out. Look at this, baby boys.
He had a prosthetic eye for the last fight or so. I think it was a couple of fights of his career. And no, I've not got a prosthetic eye, but what I have got is I'm blind in this eye, but say about 3/4 blind. Put it this way, there's not much use of it. These are the reasons why I've never been able to box amateur, why I can't box pro, and why I really do have to give it up, because I am pushing it. I mean, we took every precaution getting into these fights. That's why, again, I can't recommend SK Boxing Promotions enough. Not only they gave me an opportunity to do something that I've always wanted to do since the age of 13, 14, they also let me do this under every single precaution. They looked out for me when I didn't want to look out for me, when I was wanting to do anything stupid to just get in the ring again. But if you guys didn't know why I needed to give it up, listen, that's why. It is not through choice. The amount of folk who have been coming up to me and saying, oh, are you chucking it? Oh, are you chucking it? And I actually had to say to somebody in the gym, maybe I was a wee bit tired, but I had to actually say to somebody in the gym, the next person who asked me if I chucked it in that tone, I said, I'm not going to be fighting again, I'm going to be fighting you. And I'm going to smash you. Do you know what I mean? One of those things. And I don't mean it derogatory, like, listen, I'm not chucking in him. If you want to go and ask Scott, if you want to go and ask Sam or the guys at SK or in that gym, they will assure you that I'm not chucking it. I would fight continually for years, but I can't. And let's just leave it at that, I can't. And it breaks my heart that I can't. Trust me, it breaks my fucking heart that I can't fight. But having said all of that, if you see these other YouTubers, the KSI and Logan Paul and that, the KSI videos of him doing the pad work, it's fucking hilarious. If somebody came and offered me the kind of money that these guys are getting, I have to say I would take it in an absolute heartbeat. So yeah, that's the only thing, guys. I am done. But somebody comes and offers you $6 million to battle one of the fucking tubes, no bother. And another few wee comments about maybe the belt. Melt means nothing. I think a guy kind of said something to me like that at the end of the fight when the show was finished and he wasn't actually at the show. But like almost insinuating that the belt has no significance. Listen, SK wouldn't let me fight for a belt for no significance, but at the same time it was almost like a retirement gift. But for me, it was one of those ones where I never had my first fight until the age of about, say, 23, I think it was. I fought for a few years and then obviously had to give it up for the same reasons why I'm giving up now. And then I've had another few fights. But remember, from the ages of like 13, 14, when I wanted to box, I was never allowed to. And I'd been sparring with guys at elite levels when I was like, again, late teens and stuff like that, doing really well against them. And I was never ever going to be able to get in a ring to actually challenge myself to the point where I could fight someone and maybe go to a higher amateur level, go to a professional level, I thought that I was going to have to die and be reincarnated in another life where that was the only time I was going to ever get to do something like that. So the fact that I've been able to get in that ring, dominate most folk that I've ever fought in front of hundreds of folk, and at the end of the day come away with a promotional belt as an achievement for me. I don't run about thinking I've won in the IBF or the WBA championship, by the way, and nor do I think I would ever have done that. But like the belt was just something where it has a meaning to me, whether it has a meaning to all yous other folk that just want to sit and hate on it or whatever. That's up to yourself. But to me, it has some sort of significance. And guys, just to finish off my rambling, I made a video, I think it was 8 weeks before the fight, and I've not watched it, so when I go to edit this will be the first time I'm going to watch it, right? And I'm going to put it on right after I finish speaking here, right? And basically, this was the hardest training camp that I've ever had. When I say thanks to Scott for having the eternal patience, I was injured. I've been injured for 6 months, and after this, I'm currently waiting on an operation for my wrist. It happened in the last fight in February. Probably shouldn't have took this fight in hindsight. I'm lucky that it worked out as well as what it did. Again, thanks to Scott. But yeah, it was the hardest camp I've ever had. I've had so many challenges with it. I've had work overload. I've had really bad injuries, and it's just been it's been absolutely so testing. I've not had as many people around me support me this time, and I think I've let that get to me a wee bit too much, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm just going to tie the vlog up here. So I said earlier on there, the full episode of the fight vlog will be up. It will be up soon, very soon. I hope you watch it, I hope you like it, I hope you comment on it, hope you share it with people, and I hope that you'll continue to support young Xander through here and watch these vlogs. But I'm just going to leave you along with the clip from 8 weeks ago now. I'll thank you all for watching right now. Click a wee like, click a wee comment, and if I seem a wee bit down again, I'm just on a massive come down from what was again one of the greatest experiences of my life. It was absolutely amazing. But I've got other things to focus on now. I'll just finish it there. So again, watch this wee clip, take the message away from it, and I'll see you again very soon. So, at the time of recording this, it's the 3rd of August, if it ever catches on focus. At the time of recording this, it's the 3rd of August. It's exactly 8 weeks to the fight. I was going to post this in vlogs and that beforehand, but I decided to just kind of leave it until now, because right now, when I watch this back, I'll know the result of the fight. And it may be good and it may be bad, but the reason why I'm putting this up here is the fact that, well, my wrist, I've got ice packs on it. My wrist isn't good. I'm been in training today, trying to spar and stuff, and all I'm getting really is just constant anxiety, if I'm being honest. Just constant anxiety. And you're going to go into effectively, which, well, I say it all the time, but what is going to be your last fight, and it's going to be your biggest fight, and you've got loads of people going, and as of this very moment in time, 8 weeks out for the fight, I'm not feeling good. Apart from the rest, I feel really fit. I'm fittest I think I've ever been in my life. But this was all over. This has been over 6 months now. So my last fight was in February, and it happened during that fight where I left Hook, and something in my wrist went. I've been to see a specialist. I've had cortisone injections, and the only other option we've got is an operation, which is needed. And we know that now, if the cortisone didn't work, an operation will be needed. So based on after this whole journey thing, I'm going to have to go and try and see about getting an operation, which I probably should have now as opposed to before the fight. But it's one of these things, like when you're trying to get somewhere in life, or you're trying to achieve a certain goal. That was the whole point in doing this wee bit of the video. Things are not always going to go your way. Things are not always going to go your way. And like by this point I could have been beat, and it could be an excuse, and it won't be an excuse. Like, I'm not one for excuses. If I get beat, I get beat. So if you're watching this and you're saying, you knew he was going to get beat, well, this is why. No, it won't be why, because the person's better. So, like, it's going to be interesting to watch this back, see what happens, because right now my mood's awful. I feel so demotivated, a lot of pain. The pain's back tenfold today. So just every training session you've seen up until this point of this fight, trust me, I've been in pain. I've been in a lot of pain. I can't emphasise that enough. But during the fight, I can guarantee you I'll be in pain, regardless if I get knocked out, I knocked him out or whatever. In that pad work in the warm up, I can assure you I'll be in pain. But when you're going through your life and you're going to try and achieve a big goal, and you're going to try and do certain things, like, it's not always going to go your way. It's not always going to go 100% smoothly. Maybe you're going to try and lose weight, maybe you're going to try and do something, and you always have a wee slip up or something bad happens, and then you just call it quits, and you call it the end of the road, and you say all that kind of thing. And you don't do that in life, you just don't do that. Nothing I've ever achieved, or nothing probably you've ever achieved, has ever went smoothly. I mean, think of your driving lessons, think of exams, think of the amount of work you've had to put in, and still maybe not quite got the result you wanted, maybe failed first time and things like that. But this is a mindset I'm going to have to get in for the next 8 weeks. It's just get it done. Just get it done. I'm going to go in, and I'm hoping that through the occasion and through all the guys that watch this, through all your voices and screaming and chanting and all that kind of thing, that I get through this. And I mean, this sounds really cheesy and it sounds really dramatised, but this is bad. This was really, really, really bad. But again, win, lose or draw, by the time you've watched this, I just can't emphasise enough how shite I'm feeling right now. I'm an anxious mess. I suffer from anxiety in best part of times. This isn't helping. I've got a lot of work going on now. I feel like I'm trying to juggle everything, and it's been really, really, really hard. But the reason why I want to put this out there now for the vlog of the fight is because on the lead up to the fight, I'm going to try and not be too negative. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to moan. I'm privileged and I'm delighted the fact that I'm going to be allowed to do this, and perhaps after this vlog we'll go into as to why. But no, whatever happens on the night, one thing you can be assured, I have no excuses, and I gave this my absolute all. And just remember, if you're ever going through something, it might not seem great at the time and it might not be going the way you want to go, just always remember that in life, like, it's never going to go smoothly. It really isn't ever going to go smoothly. And if it does, you're one of the very lucky ones, but it's just how you apply yourself. You slip up, you just get back to it. Something goes wrong, do your best, get back to it, do what you can to do it, do whatever you can to achieve something. It's the only thing I can really take for this, and that's the only way I'm going to try and use this absolute misery thing that I'm standing here holding on my wrist to try and help you guys. So again, hopefully we won. I don't know. But regardless, it's just going to be an absolute breath of fresh air to try and go and get this sorted for real. But aye, 8 weeks till now. Let's just go and let's just hope everything went well.